Okay guys, today we're going to talk about how to get a smaller waistline in the shortest time possible. Right here you've got your six-pack muscles, then you've got your obliques and things like this. If I was to take those off and look underneath, there's another muscle called the Transverse Abdominis, often shortened to TVA, which runs around you like a corset. And just like a corset, when you contract it, it gets smaller. When you contract the transverse abdominis, that also changes everything inside here, your internal organs, your intestines and your kidneys and everything else, okay? Next thing you need to know is that there is a muscle inside you here called the diaphragm, and it looks exactly like a parachute. So you imagine your parachute's that little arc with the strings coming off it to the little guy at the bottom. In this case, where the strings attach are to L4 and L5 on your lower back. And this is part of the way in which your abdominal muscles can depressurize the discs in your back. Another good reason aside from having a smaller waist. We'll get to more detail some other time, but for now, how do we do this exercise? Well, you start off by laying on your back. And you've got to breathe diaphragmatically, which is a fancy way of saying breathe all the way down so that your stomach rises. My hand on my stomach, I'm going to inhale and my hand should rise because my stomach expands. Inhale. Exhale. Okay? Just check that you're not breathing to your chest and neck like this, but you're breathing all the way down here. Once you've got the knack of that, figure out where your pelvic floor muscles are. Down below, the valves down there. If you're not sure what they are, imagine the sensation of stopping midstream if you're having a pee. Stop. Next thing to be aware of is that your lower back stays in the same shape throughout these exercises. It doesn't flatten into the ground particularly, and it doesn't arch particularly. It just stays where it starts, okay? How do we do it? I'm going to inhale right down to my stomach. It will expand. Then I will hold my breath. I won't breathe out. I'll then contract my transverse abdominis, crushing the breath. I'll hold that for a moment, and then I'll exhale forcefully. You'll hear it. And I'll try to squeeze as tight as possible, getting as small as I can through this region from below, from the sides, and from in front, and through this region right here. Okay, here we go. Squeeze. And then do it again. So it takes a bit of practice to figure out exactly how to pull things in. Once you've done it, you want 4 breaths in this position here, 4 breaths the exact same way with your legs out straight, 4 breaths with your arms above your head stretching out like this. And then your last one is 4 breaths on all 4s, shoulders down, hands under shoulders, knees under hips, inhaling here, and your lower back should not move around as you do it. The trick to all of these is to genuinely squeeze as hard as you can. Over time, the resting tension of those muscles will increase, and considering that these muscles run around your waistline, as they increase in resting tension, you get a smaller waist. Give it a go, and if you're not sure how to apply it, come into Aspire Fitness. We'll give you a quick running over. Thanks.